Hi, my name is Jay Renee. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I want to talk about what are we speaking into our young boys, our teenagers, on up to our grown children, grown men. What are we speaking into them? Are we speaking life or are we speaking death? I know for me, I am raising a young man and I want him to be great. I speak it. I've spoken it uh, since he was a baby. I spoken to him that he's a leader and not a follower, that he's above and not beneath. I spoke into him that he is great, that he can do anything that he want to do if he put his mind to it, that he can be whatever he wants to be. Some of my family call him the doctor because he is so smart and he is intelligent, and we have spoken that into him since he was a baby. And so, what are you speaking into your young man's life that you are a part of, that's a part of your family, or that you have adopted, or that's in your life? What are you speaking into them? Are you speaking positivity? Are you speaking into them and letting them know to do the right thing? Or are you speaking negative? I know for me, I've heard young girls or young women, or even some older women, um, talk to their young men like they're nothing, like they're uh, scum on the street. And maybe it's because they have been through something that's all they know, so they're speaking it into their sons and their grandsons and uh, different things like that. But we have an opportunity to change those things. We have an opportunity to change it and turn those things around, because once you know better, we all do better, hopefully. And so, what are you speaking? Leave in the comments what you speaking into your boys that you have, that's a part of your life. Either your sons, your nephews, your grandsons. What are you speaking into their life? Because it's so important. It's so important for this day and time. Even before now, it was important. It's been important from the beginning. And so, um, I love my baby and I want the best for him. I want to encourage him on a day-to-day basis that um, he is wonderful, that he can do whatever he wants and whatever he sets his mind to do, that he is loved. I want him to be caring. I want him to be kind. I want him to be respectful. I want him to, I mean, he still say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. Uh, and I know all children don't learn that, but what are you teaching your children? Leave down in the comments, what are you teaching your young men? The young men that is in your life, what are you teaching them? What are you instilling in them, in their lives? Because trust and believe that they're listening. Everything I say, my baby hears me, and he asks questions, and they're so smart. I was laughing at him the other day because he was like, well, mama, you was on the phone and you said this. I have to constantly make sure that I am living my best life so he can live his. I'm constantly sowing into him on a day-to-day basis. I'm letting him know that he's loved. I'm letting him know that he's handsome. I'm letting him know that he is a beautiful soul. He's just beautiful. And I love him. And I don't want anything to happen to him. And I don't want anything to happen to our children as they grow, as they mature and get out into the real world and see what that's like. Even now, some of your children might be teenagers and they probably have seen so many things with the riots and Corona and all those things that are going on. And trust and believe, they have feelings. They have feelings. Their heart is heavy. Their mind is thinking, what in the world is going on. Are y'all having a dialogue with them? Are y'all speaking with them on what's going on? I know for me, I'm speaking to my baby. I'm speaking to him. I'm giving him a chance to express himself, because they have days too. Just because they're little people don't mean that they don't have days. Just because they're little people don't mean that we cannot allow them to have their feelings and allow them to discuss what's going on in their minds. Even though they're little, they still have thoughts. They still have feelings. They still need to express. I would rather for them to express it in talking to me than express it and doing something that they don't need to be doing. So I give my baby opportunity to talk, to tell me how he feels. Tell me how he feels about the corona. Tell me how he feels about the deaths and different things that are taking place in the black men that are dying. I give him an opportunity to express himself. We pray about it. And we pray for the ones that have lost their life to through police brutality. We pray. We pray for the ones, the families. We pray for them, because it hurts, because it is traumatizing to go through that. It is traumatizing, and it's very hurtful, and sometimes you don't even have the words to say. And then the protesting and different things like that, he's asking questions about, and them rioting. He's asking questions about that, and I'm giving him answers. I'm speaking to him. I'm not pushing him aside. I'm not saying don't worry about that. No, I'm talking to him because I need him to understand what is going on, and I need for him to express himself in the way that only he understands, and that he can let it out, that he doesn't hold these type of things on the inside, but he let it out. Because understand this, we all let it out one way or another. It could be in a positive and it could be in a negative. You can't keep suppressing things and not being able to talk about it, not letting it out. And so boys um, have that same thing. They need to express themselves. Black boys need to express themselves and say what they're feeling. All boys do, but I'm a black mom, and so I can only speak for my black child, and so I need him to express himself. I don't need him to hold it in where he is just beyond himself. I don't want him to hold it in and hurt even more because he's suppressing it. Because eventually it's going to erupt. Whatever you don't let out, whatever you don't work through, it you gonna blow. One day you're gonna blow. And so leave in the comment section, what are your thoughts on raising boys? What are your thoughts? Do you believe in letting them speak? Do you believe in letting them say how they feel? Or do you believe in that children need to stay in children's places? What do you think? What do you believe in? So let me know down below. Leave your comments, because I would love to hear uh, what you have to say, and so we can talk about this more, because I just feel that it's so important that we allow our sons, our grandsons, our nephews uh, to be able to have a place where they can lay their head, to be able to have a place where they can cry, where they can talk about their feelings. Um, there's nothing wrong with men crying. There's nothing wrong with young men crying and little boys crying. I would rather for them to cry and get it out than to hold it in and explode. And so, what are your feelings on that? How do you feel about boys expressing their feelings, and how do you feel about using positive affirmations and speaking life into them and letting them know from a baby on who they are, and letting them know that they can be the best they can be, they can live the greatest life ever. All they have to do is put their mind to it. All they have to do is work hard, and they can have whatever they want. Speaking into them that they can have their own businesses, they can own several companies, that they can go to school. If they want to go to college, they can do that. If they want to write books, they can do that. Whatever they choose to do, if they want to be a doctor, if they want to be lawyers, that they can do that, that they are capable. And it doesn't matter if they have a disability or not. That doesn't matter. Because I just believe that they learn differently, but they're still capable of learning. We just have to have patience with them. So what do you think about that, about the positive affirmations, speaking it into your sons and your grandsons and your nephew? Please leave a comment below. I thank you for coming to my channel today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.